Hi everybody, it's Nancy from Runner Girl Designs. Hope you're having a really good day. It says was live above my head. That means you're catching the replay. Do me a favor and type hashtag replay. That way I can welcome you. You guys, I'm so excited. We're going to do this craft. This is my very first cutout with my laser machine on a craft. Cheer me on. Come on in. Say hi. Keyword today is barn, B-A-R-N. So guys, get here, type the word barn, check your messages. I'm super excited. It's not saying I'm live yet, so let's just give it a second. There we go. All right, now let me just find myself. Be patient while I find all the things because things have changed. Keyword is barn, like I said. And guess what? I've got new internet also. So tell me how it looks on your end. I don't know. How do I see people are here, but the comments, again, not showing what I want. So let's just try this again. Oh, Facebook. Hi, everybody. I can see you're there. And I can even see comments, but hang on. I don't know why it does this. Hi, Mary Ann. How are you? Tanya McKay, welcome. What if I just do this? No. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure what they're doing here with my comments, but they're wonky. Hello, everybody. Hope you're good. All right, let me make you bigger. Thank you, Donna. I'm excited too. I had a lot going on this morning, actually. Hi, Deborah and Kathy and Deborah Boyd Miner. Wendy, hi, Wendy and Kathy. Donna Schiller. All right, let's see. Mary Ann, Margaret, Jan, Kathy, Stephanie Snyder. Welcome. Okay. We're going to work with my very first bundle. So type the word barn, check your messages. I have 4 bundles available, okay? I did this all by myself, you guys. So we have this transfer we're going to use today. It says Barn Hair Don't Care. This was my favorite one from the launch. It pairs, hopefully perfectly, with the transfer, okay? So you get the words and the cutout. This bundle is in your messages. Like I said, I have 4 here. If you are interested in just the cutout, you can send me a message and hi Denise. I literally just cut it, came in here and came live. It is Marilyn. I don't know what it is doing about the comments. So I'm going to go through this. If, like I said, I have 4 available that will ship from me. I can probably get more, but this is what I have right now. If you just want this, I can get you whatever you need, okay? Thank you. How are you doing, Denise? I miss you. And Jen, welcome. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today with it, okay? We're going to start with these 2. This part is for your words, okay? And you want to make sure that they line up going the correct way. I am going to paint those with bright white chalk paste. Aren't they cute? Hi, Denise Frazier. Thank you, Rochelle, for sprinkling. Okay. I should have plugged my phone in while we were at it. I probably still can. Do you like my purple cord? Let's plug in my phone so I don't lose anybody today. All right. Hello, Melinda Michael. Thanks for sprinkling. I miss you too. Okay, thanks for the hearts, you guys. Now, when I paint with the paste, I like to use a foam brush. I squirt it with some water, and then I just kind of squeeze it so it's not overly. And then I'm going to just paint. And this will help keep the edges from getting fully coated with paint. But I'll show you a trick if I make too much. You can always go over your edges with a Sharpie if you need to. but we're gonna just give this one little coat of paint. My color of the month came in, so I want to show you that. And what I heard today on as far as how long this will last, this is our color of the month. The prediction is about the next 5 to 6 days. So don't sleep on this color. All right, let's get this painted white. I just painted it white because I want my design to pop. Okay, we got that painted. This is going to be a super quick craft, but I thought it was a fun idea. Thanks for sprinkling. I did cut them out, Maud. So I was just saying, if you're just getting here, this is my very first, cheer me on, my very first cutout project with my very own cutter. We need, do you want the actual name? Brenda McLaughlin. It is, I bought a Nova 3580 watt is what I bought. Isn't it so cute? All right, so yes, this is my very first project with it. I see you've been playing with it. Yes, I have. And you guys, I'm gonna paint this in camel. Honestly, in the color that I cut it out in, I wanna make sure this is the right way. Hang on, let me make sure. I may have flipped it. Thank you, Maud. I just wanna make sure I have this going the right direction. I do. Okay. I don't know if I flipped them around. Who knows? Okay, so we're going to paint this in camel. This is going to come in this, I think this is like a birchwood color. I am working on all the things, you guys. It really isn't that hard to get it to the right size. I did have a little help from a friend. Just as far as like what to do. But wow, how exciting. How exciting. And then I wasn't even going to come live today, but I wanted to show you guys. All right, so we're going to paint this in camel. Okay, just like this. Thanks for sprinkling, Cindy. And like I said, I have 4 of the bundles here. The bundle includes the transfer and the cutout. If you don't need the transfer and you ordered it already, you can message me and I'll let you know how to do it. I am Rochelle. Oh, goodness. Okay, my tool is not connected because that was the other exciting part of my day. Tell me what you think of the video quality because today I got fiber. And this is fiber internet. This is as fast a speed as we can get. It looks really good on my end. Let me know on your end if it looks good. I think it looks good. Perfect color for Scottish Highland base color. You can tint or highlight either way. That's right. So I decided just to go with camel, but like I said, that one would work fine. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yes, and it was really fun. Was that yesterday I cut out the keychain or the day before? How exciting was it for me, because I have never done it before, to have it just work. To have it do exactly what I thought it was supposed to do. All right, so this one, I had a little help with just the, learning how to match up the transfer and get it to be the right size. I actually cut one wrong, so I cut one a little too small, so I've got one of these. But I got it. Oh my gosh, I feel like, the fiber internet is amazing. I think it's amazing. Like, I clicked on the Chalk website and it was like, boom. Normally, I'm waiting and it's thinking and you know what, guys? I'm a little spoiled because the guy put the router in this room. So let's hope Jace has equally an easy time getting on the television since the router is in here. Hi, Jane. How are you? Yep, you are live, my friend. but that's all right. Guys, when you get here, type the heart or hit the heart button and type the word barn. Okay, I am waxing this. This is so I don't pull up my paste with that sticky transfer, okay? Cross your fingers. I'm so excited. Like I said, I basically just took this transfer out there to the machine. And I said, the first one, I'm like, that's too small. And then I did it again, and I'm like, I think this is going to work. I think it's going to work. Hi, Linda. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We've got it all waxed. Now, with your transfer, you want to fuzz it, okay? These are sticky. They're reusable. And what you want to do is add a little lint to the back so you don't pull up your paste. Hi, Christine. How are you? Okay, so I have a cloth in my drawer, which you can't see. Thank you for the hearts. And I'm just adding some lint to the back, okay? All right, let's see. All right. So what I'm going to do first, am I going to do this first? Yeah, let's do our cow first. Hang on. Now I'm wondering, did I flip it? Hang on. No, I definitely did not flip it. Okay. Okie dokies, artichokies. All right. I feel like it come down just a hair. Yes, I am, Christine. Like I said, I just made 4 bundles with this particular design. I'm just trying to get it lined up the way I want to get it lined up. All right, there we go. Here we go. I just got my machine. Was it this week or last week? I guess it was last week. So we are playing with it. And then what I want to do is outline him in espresso, which is a really deep dark brown. You could use black if you like, but I'm going to use this espresso color. Okay, just like so. You just want to press it in. Now he's got some flower, I'm going to say she. She has some flowers in her head. So we're going to put a little color there, but first we're going to do this. You just want to take your paste and press it in the silk screen. Now you don't have to have a cutout to do your design. This is just something new I'm doing and adding to my wheelhouse here. So let's lift this up. How stinking cute is that? Hit the heart button for me. Oh my goodness, how cute! How do you know what size to make the surface? It is not hard. I mean, I can't explain the whole thing on here, but there's lots and lots of videos out there. Isn't that adorable, you guys? Thank you for the hearts. All right, I am going to not clean the transfer and just go ahead and do the words. Now, the way I did these this time was just so they were all one piece, but there's 4 words there, okay? Okay. that turned out pretty stinking cute. I might add a little detail to that, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the color of the month. And the way you can get the color of the month is by earning it. So if you are not a designer and you are a retail person or Perks member, you have to have $75 in your cart in order to purchase the color of the month. And like I said earlier in this video, this is expected to last maybe another 5 or 6 days, and then it will be gone. It's this really pretty purple. And I'm going to put it next to, what color would you like to see it next to? Let me know. If there's a color you're wondering, I can put it next to another color. Like here is home. Let me see what blues I have. Purples, I mean. Let me see. This is Wisteria. This is a color we've had on our site a long time. So this is it next to Wisteria. And this is Regal. So do you see the difference? Hopefully that's helpful to you guys. That's what the colors look like. So this is our color of the month. It is called, what did I say it was called? Majesty. I didn't even say what it was called. Majesty is the color. Hi, Janet. I'm going to just grab some of that. They're calling it like a very royal. I would say it's close to a periwinkle color. And we're going to do our Burn Hair Don't Care in that. And then we're going to lift. Yes. I mean, sure. Periwinkle is a purplish blue. What do you guys think? It's pretty, right? Hi, Jean Mills. How are you? All right, so I'm going to put my transfer away. We're going to spray it. And you're just going to clean both sides. I just thought you guys, this will give you a good idea of the color. Yes, Jen, it is called a fuzz cloth. Fuzz cloth. It is in my shop under accessories, I believe. Okay, and then I thought, let's see how skinny of an art brush I have. Thank you, Jan. Yes, it's called a fuzz cloth. You can get it on my website. I'm gonna get the skinniest of all skinny brushes. I'm gonna try to just do this so I don't have to lay my transfer back down. But, you know, that is to be determined. I just thought, let's give our flowers a little bit of color. I'm just going to do my best to stay in the lines and not lay the transfer back down. You're welcome, Jen. I have softball tonight, you guys. I'm playing first base. Because our regular first base person is on vacation, I guess. Okay. So that's 2 hours of my evening tonight. After I do this, I think after I do this, I'm going to sit on my fanny for a little while. I've already fed the dogs, so they're not waiting on me. Anyway, I had got fiber this morning and cut the grass. Also, Got a lot done, actually. For a beginning of the day. All right, so let me get this touched up. There are like 3. Now you could get as detailed with this as you want, but there are 3 flowers that are where you can paint them in. There is one that if I was paying attention, I could have chalked myself. But we're just gonna worry about these 3. And I might grab a little bit of, you know what, I might grab one of my markers. Okay. So there's our flowers painted in. And then what I was thinking is, I'm gonna grab one of these Sharpie markers. So I have a number of different markers. This is a Sharpie paint marker. This is very bright. It's got a very fine tip, but I think you can flip the tips and also do like a thicker. Obviously for this, I want it to be very skinny. Let's see, these I could have chalked, but I suppose I could go over the chalk line with the paint marker. So I'm just tracing the chalk line where the green leaf was with this little Sharpie, which is working out amazing. And I will show you in just a second. But basically, I'm just tracing the brown lines where the leaves are. That's pretty cool. I've never done a cutout like this before. I've never ordered one. I've never made one. All right, and I'm thinking, hi Eileen. I thought, let's give it a go. Now, the only other thing is I think we're going to use Dune. Hang on. I need one more color. Is it this one? So our Dune is like an off-white, creamy, I don't know. It's a creamy color. Let me try to clean off my brush. Our lawn is so high we need the water. Yeah, it rained. Did it rain for us last night? I feel like it rained. Everything was soaked this morning, but I had to cut it because we're supposed to get so much rain this week. Okay, so now I'm just gonna maybe lighten up the horns a little bit. And maybe her, I just keep saying his, maybe her little nose. So I don't know if I'm gonna lay this back down or not. Now because I waxed it, it doesn't wanna hold the paste. So what I always recommend, you put a thin layer on and dry it, and then you can paint over it again. And then that way it will hold the paste. Especially if you put a lot of water on it. I just wanted this to be thin. I may just lay the transfer back down and go over it again. But this will just give it a little bit of different, a little different look than the rest of it. And same for the nose. I'm just going to do the same thing on the nose. It doesn't want to, it just wants to bead up. Same thing. So I'm just going to paint it, dry it, do it one more time. So cute, right? That's the only downfall when you wax, is that it will make it a little hard to paint. Not so much if you're going to paint straight out of the jar, but if you're going to add a little water to it like I did, then it makes it a little tougher. Now I'm just coming out of the jar because I decided I'm going to lay it back down. We'll lay the transfer back down just to get the details back on the nose. And in the horns. So we're just going to cover this up. Just like this. Okay, just like that. So the nose will be a little lighter than the horns. And then I'm thinking, while we're at it, let's get the white back out, if I can find it. And paint a little bit of the eye. Hi, Sandy. So I'm going to paint the eye just around here. My brush is being weird. Just around here and this little dot in the middle. All right. I think it's good to go. All right. Now let's get this all put together and I'll show you what I'm going to pair it with. Looks like me this morning. Burn hair, don't care. Okay, the key is you want to dry it really well. You might as well dry this too. I think this is already done. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to pair this. Or what I'm going to pair it with. So right now in my shop there's a big sale going on. And there's a really cute bundle. On sale in my shop for 60% off. That's going to go really awesome with this little guy here. So I have the link for that all queued up. If you guys want to check it out. Of course, you can get whatever pieces you want, okay? So like I said, if you just need the little cutout thing, you can just message me. But I have 4 bundles with the transfer and the cow ready to go. Okay, and the price in that link is going to include shipping. You should see a Square link and it should take you straight to Square where you can just check out and then I'll send it to you, okay? So if that doesn't work, please let me know because this is my first go of it. I've made Square links before, but okay, I'm not a computer person, so where do I go for your shop? What's it called? Jen, if you type the word barn, it's called Runner Girls Design / Chalk Couture. But if you type the word barn I have no clue how to do PayPal. You don't have to do PayPal. I promise it's very simple. What you want to do is type barn, go to your messages like Messenger in Facebook, and my page will send you the link. And all you have to do is click the link that says, or you can buy this bundle. Okay, there's a couple of links. And it should just take you there. And you can just check out and you can pay with a credit card or whatever. It should work like that. Comment and burn and it will get... Yes, if you comment burn and then if you know how to get to Facebook Messenger, all the links are going to be right there from me, okay? I decided I'm going to wax this whole thing even though we really didn't do anything down there. Now the wax is just going to prevent my paste from pulling up. You're welcome, Jen. I do all of my communicating through Messenger, really. All right, now I'm just going to line this up as best I can. And what I don't want to see, I really don't even care about the bottom. I really just care about the top. And I want to not see the camel color. I really just want to see coming through that dark espresso color. Okay, and I'm going to get my multi-tool out, and we're going to go over espresso again. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through, and I'm going to do the horns. Sweet. And this horn. I think my flowers were fine, so I'm not going to go over the flowers again. And then I'm going to go over this eye and the nose. Everything else is fine. That should work out pretty well. Oh, that's pulled up a little bit. I didn't have enough wax or I didn't dry it enough. So I can touch up around there, but the rest of it looked good. You know? Oh, I had my glue gun going, but it's... All right, that's okay. We can touch it up really quick. Super quick. If you ever have that happen, just dry it really well. I'll show you what happened. Her little nose came up a little bit. That paint came up. So I'm going to just touch it up without having to lay it back down again. Just around here. That's why you want to wax really well. If you're not comfortable with just painting around, what you can do is just, again, do the same thing. Paint over it. And then put wax down, make sure it's dry. And re-chalk it again. But it worked out. See, I was able to fill that in pretty easily because it wasn't too detailed there. So no big deal. All right, now let me show you where I'm putting it. So in my shop, this bundle is on special for 60% off. We have this cute barn. And I kept thinking, I want to put this on a barn. And eventually I'm going to be able to figure that out. But you can get this on with the transfer, okay, guys? So this, if you haven't seen this before, this comes apart. This is a chalkboard, so you can redo it. You know, you can do it for different seasons. You can chalk on it, and all the pieces, it comes with all the pieces and the transfer to lay all this down, okay? This took me like no time at all to make this. So this is the front, and I thought what I would do, hang on. Is fight with my glue gun a little bit. Just kidding. Okay, I thought what I would do is we're gonna put her on the back. Now you can just put her on with some magnets or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this like this. And because this is a chalkboard and I wanna be able to change this up as the season changes up, here's a trick. So you can take some painter's tape. It's so cute. And just put it little pieces where you would put the glue. And then that way, hang on, you'll be able to change this up and still glue it on, okay? So I'm gonna put some painter's tape right here and right here. And again, right now you can get this barn bundle very inexpensive. Like I said, I just checked before I went live and it is 60% off. Okay, so I guess I'll just put some glue here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a dab of glue on each of those spots and then it'll work. Except my glue gun is really a pain right now. So we're gonna put the top up here. Barn here, don't care. Just like that. And then we're gonna put a little dab of glue here. I seriously may need a new glue gun, you guys. Okay, here we go. What do you guys think? Here she is, my very first cutout. Isn't she adorable? I think that is absolutely amazing. Hit the heart button for me, sprinkle the video, type the word barn, and check your messages. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Isn't this so cute? Grab this barn before it goes out of stock because it is a really cool deal. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Bye.